Michael, is their biggest opponent going to be themselves? Like last week we were talking about dealing with new success. We saw the Bengals.
Bengals couldn't do it.
Against the Jets.
No AFC team can do it. They've lost like 3 in a row, the top seed.
What was your experience with that on your teams, and is that going to be their biggest opponent themselves now that everyone else is jumping on board?
Well, it always become a huge factor when you start getting everybody to pick you, and every week now is going to be the Cowboys. And as Jimmy would always say to us, whenever you have this kind of success, it's human tendency. It's human tendency to start patting yourself on the back a little bit and letting up a little bit. It's human tendency. So he puts the pressure back on, always trying to drive, always trying to move, keep the focus on the little things. All of that, the Cowboys absolutely have to do that. And then they got to block out the noise, the junk, the ignorance. What about Kellen Moore next year getting the job? Get out of here with that. We're talking about that in the offseason.
Yeah.
Don't try that mess with me. Get out. They got nothing to do with playmaker. He ain't walking his butt out the door right now. So why are you bringing all of that up? Those are the things that you got. Why don't they give Dak another week's rest and let Cooper Rush play again since you play like. Man, ain't nobody trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice.
Right.
Stop playing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Stop trying. You don't know if Cooper Rush can put that up all the time. Dak would be the backup. Let's stop playing. That didn't work like that. It don't work like that. We got away with that one. Don't tempt fate. Don't listen to mess, man. Get back on your horse and get back on the grind.
The playmaker, Michael Irvin, joining us here on 105.3 The Fan. Von Miller went to the Rams in a trade with the Broncos. Did you want the Cowboys to kind of counter that yesterday?
Von Miller. Von Miller's sacks to the Rams are so important. So important. And it's why I don't know what we could have countered to counter Von Miller. It wasn't his sacks that worried me going to the Rams. It was his leadership. To have another guy that's kind of leader on that defense. You got Aaron up the middle. You got on the back end. You got Ramsey, and now out wide you got Von Miller. And it reminds me of when when guys like Shannon Sharp went over to Baltimore.
Yeah.
Shannon went at leadership with Ray Lewis. Those kinds of things worry me more than what's on the field.
Do the Rams have the edge over Dallas now in the NFC?
I'm not saying that, man. Ramsey a bad boy, but hey, look at that defensive backfield outside of Ramsey. I can't see it. Not with the way Dallas is playing. Not with the talent that Dallas has. Not when I'm seeing Amari Cooper going to do every kind of thing he has to do to get back on that field. All rubbing that looks his ball all in his hamstring, all that all on the sideline like, well, we gonna eat. This time to eat. These boys right here. And then I hear about in the huddle, the old San Francisco 49ers thing, when the old 88 Michael Irvin asked number 80, hey man, come on. I didn't even ask. I just ran out to the spot. But then this time, 88 is asking Amari, man, come on, did y'all sit down enough? Let me run this route. Listen, that made my toes curl.
What?
That made my toes curl. Because let me tell you what you got to see in that moment. Think about this, dog. Think about this, and we did this too. That's why I see the similarities. That was one of the most pressure point moments of the game. And those boys are in there joking and having fun. They didn't even feel the pressure. That's what we talking about. We want a team that can get in the pressure moments and don't even feel the pressure. Over there talking about, man, who gets to do this, man? Let me go do it, dog. You want to do it? No matter who do it, we're going to do it, man. And I saw Zeke even laughing in the huddle. I said, oh, my God. My toes started curling right then. I said, we got some for real.
Michael Irvin, there you go. Your Wednesday Hump Day is made right here on Shan RJ 105.3 The Fan. You sat down with Diggs and Micah for an NFL Network interview. What did you take from those guys?
The dog. And those two dudes, those two young dudes have infused this whole team with a certain type of hope. But also have put everybody on notice. You know, I told you I do a speech. And in the speech, I would title the speech, How to See Your Way to a Championship. And everybody started thinking we're talking about the divine apparatus we call the eye gate. And I said, I'm going to give you 6 C's. 6 C's that you rehearse every day in your life. And when you look up, you'll be in championship row. And if I'm talking to kids, I give an extra point C, 7 C's. And so, you know, give them an extra point C. But in those C's, it starts out with knowing that you are called, and it talks about courage, and it talks about challenging yourself every day. Call, courage, and challenging yourself. When you challenge yourself to a high level every day, it brings about amongst your team a natural competition. That's what those two young dudes have done. The way they challenge themselves every day. The rest of the team, the Van Der Esch's and all of them, they said, well, we got to go. If these young dudes doing it, we got to go. We have to go. And it brings about a natural competition on the football field every day in practice. And I always tell you, if you're competing right in practice, if you're competing right on the battlefield, on the battleground, then the playground on Sunday will be all fun. And so they're competing right on the battleground. That's why we're doing what we're doing on the playground on Sunday. Thanks to those young boys.